Hello, this is Ken Snyder from UnifiedPhoto.com. In this video I'm going to cover another Canon 7D HDR tip and how to use one of those custom mode slots on your 7D to pre-register or save some settings for HDR. So what I'd like to do is use my C2 button for my HDR. So the way to start is actually you want to go to aperture priority mode. You can see I still have some settings from earlier today in here. Go into aperture priority mode and then set up the camera exactly the way you want it to be for your HDR defaults. So I like to use evaluative metering by default, and then I do mostly outdoor HDR shooting, so I like to set my white balance to cloudy by default. Even if it's a bright blue sky, I'll use cloudy. It gives a warming effect to the images, which is a little more color, which is certainly a style that I prefer. And if you don't like that, just stick with auto white balance, and it'll do a good job with that as well. Next, also put it on one shot, and then on the timer, we like to move that over to 2-second timer. Just in case I don't have a shutter release cable. And then ISO, you see my ISO speed is limited to 200, and that's because you notice the D plus right here, I have highlight tone priority set up, and that's to help with my flash photography. When I'm using flash, I just leave that on, and I found that to help quite a bit in the image quality. It kind of helps when getting into when you have some blown out issues. But anyways, you can choose to turn that on or not. Right now it seems to be doing pretty good for me, so I'm just leaving it on in all my settings. Anyways, so now I have the camera set up to the defaults that I like, and the way to register that to one of my creative buttons is to go back to menu here and then move over to, see, this will be the third one over, camera, and then you scroll down to camera user setting and then hit set and then register, and then choose the dial button you want to register all these settings to. And I'm going to select C2 because that's what I like to use for my default HDR. C1 I have reserved for video. So do you want to go ahead and register? Yep. Click OK. And now you'll see, go back to default here, and then so just to show you, okay, so I'm on shutter priority. You can see the settings change now on manual. That was my C1. Now look, I'm on C2, and that's the same exact settings as I had before. So C3, this is how my old default for C3, still set to F11. So I've been shooting a lot outside lately, and what I found is the sky is usually blown out. So I know a lot of times I need to step down. So I'm going to go ahead and register this step down one as my C3 now. So I'm going to go up to camera setting, register, move down to C3, and then hit OK. And then go back to the menu. So now if I go C1, C1, C2. So now I'm in the field. If I want to step down and have a bracketed series of 5 images, all I do is click in the mode dial and I'm there. Or like I showed in another video, I can just manually do it this way or this way. So hopefully you found this of value, and if you have any other questions or techniques to share, please find me online at UnifiedPhoto.com, and thanks for visiting.